Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am trying something new because I am currently in my car driving home from work. I thought to myself, how can I efficiently gossip, rant, and talk about my favorite topic, the Housewives and Bravo, in an efficient way? And I came up with this idea of committing to a format like this, a type of podcast audio thing where you listen to me rant about anything Bravo that's timely, that's currently, ongoing. And yeah, I am honest, I'm not getting the whole YouTube live stream thing. I am still on that too. Excuse me, I just had to almost burp. I still have to talk to some people who are going to explain that whole thing to me, because I have tried to go live multiple times, but my dumbass did certainly not get how the whole system works behind that technology. So I guess a podcast audio like this in my car, it is. And it's also, again, a very efficient way to produce content for me to you. So let's talk about a few things. Cynthia was on Kandi Speak on It, and they commented on Nene's interview. They kind of threw a little shade that Nene, if she built that house that is RHOA today, she can easily go ahead and build another one. But I feel like the interview with Nene and Carlos was kind of a wake-up call, a kind of a resurrection from Nene Leakes behind her being, blacklisted or black-veiled, I think is the term. I'm not quite sure. Of her kind of saying, hey guys, I've seen your numbers go down. Let's maybe squash the beef and let me return to the Real Housewives. I am so sure that if Nene Leakes were to ever come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, we could have so much fruitful content to watch for multiple seasons. If we were to hash out everything on camera, it would take at least 2 seasons for everything to be laid out in the wild and talked about. And also, I think the women are ready to hash things out. It's been years. It's been a while. Everything happened season 12. It's been almost 3-4 years. Let's get to it and have serious conversations. And also, please fire the people that are certainly not relevant to the storyline. How is Courtney here? What is Manetta doing? How, even if you did try, production is not really putting you into the episodes that much, I feel like. And also, Sonia, again, Courtney, no, it's definitely a no from me. What about Phaedra? Let's bring back Phaedra. Let's activate Kandi even more. Let them squash out their beef, let them talk about the things that they need to talk about. And also Portia and Kenya Moore followed each other on Instagram about a week ago. This is definitely giving space for the two to work together again, and now that Portia is living this affluent lifestyle with her husband, I think Simon Gubadia, Simon is his name, she can definitely give real housewife, and that is needed on the show. Also, you have Portia, Phaedra, that definitely deserve to come back, because these are the women that the cast members have organic relationships with. I feel like most of the OGs are tired and can't seem to bring themselves to connect to the newbies, because there is just no real, I mean, don't get me wrong, once every blue moon you need to introduce some new people, but some are hits and some definitely are a miss. For example, LaToya was the Glanville of RHOA to me. She was chaotic, she was fun, she was unhinged, and as we definitely can still see, very much involved with the women, because look at her 2 years later still being brought up on the show, and actually she was in last week's episode. So I think there could be a place for her to be a friend of, to potentially prove herself to be something more in the future, because she is quite a couple of years younger than the other ladies. And could LaToya be one of the women that Bravo decides to sign on to the show once, you know, the OGs will retire and resign from the show, once every single storyline and every single potential conversation is going to play out? Also, Eva has a very interesting storyline now too. I mean, she's booked and busy because she's starring in a new show, but she has had this dramatic weight loss. She filed for divorce from her ex-husband. I think Kevin is his name, or something. I honestly forgot what his name was. But Eva was also a good addition to the show, and it was very much a good addition, unlike Courtney and Moneta and Sonia. So, Bravo, please try to think about this and try to also have the future of the show in mind, because we do not want to end up with the Real Housewives of Atlanta having the same fate as New York, where the fate of the show is unclear for a year and a half or two, and then being rebooted all in all. That would be very sad. Let's talk about what comes to mind next is Real Housewives of Potomac. This AC in my car is so freezing cold. Let me turn the heat up. The Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm currently on a rewatch, and I have to say, I think I strongly believe that the Real Housewives of Potomac is my favorite franchise right now, because the women are just so good with each other. And this is to contrary belief, because back in March, Carlos King said that RHOP needs to be put on pause. Well, Carlos King, as much as I have the respect and admiration for you for what you did for us on RHOA, please do not insert yourself into RHOP, because RHOP is good. It is messy, it is chaotic, but it also is fun, it is shady. I have to admit, the newer seasons did get a bit more intense. We definitely went from the more trying to be the classy ladies to kind of some fighting, some feisty physical altercationing, which is not positive in any way, but it still is real life, it's real emotions, and if those fights can be resolved afterwards, and if they go too far, I also think people definitely need to be held accountable for the things, that they did. For example, this new fight that was at this club about a month ago at Giselle's and Ashley's athletic wear line launch party thingy. I do hope that, because that fight was unlike anything I have ever seen on any franchise, I certainly hope that producers, because there were cameras there, do hold the women accountable. But again, I feel like RHOP can give a lot in the future as well. We have Robin and, Juan, like scandals and mistresses and affairs. We have all of that. We have, what do we have? We have Karen and Greg. Karen being all her entrepreneurial self and blue eyes. We have, what do we have? We have Mia and her indictment. I think she was indicted, or her company had some type of tax thing, and the brother of Mia's husband blocked them out of their financial accounts, a mess. We have Ashley's divorce. We have Wendy's dispute with, I think, the new friend of the show, and who is she clashing with again this season? I forgot. But, and then Candace versus virtually everybody. I think RHOP is so good, and I cannot wait to recap a whole season of RHOP. And also, I'm forgetting Monique needs to come back to the show. She needs to get her ish together. She needs to reconcile with Candace. She needs to apologize. And she needs to, drop all of the tea on her divorce and the alleged informations about her and her personal trainer that I am very eager to talk about. Also, Katie, I think, is sober now. She has gone through some rehab and some therapy. She is working a regular job. It's kind of sad to see a beautiful woman go from top to middle to bottom, but it is even more beautiful seeing her building herself up, and I think Bravo can definitely arrange something for her to be a friend of, or maybe let her prove herself for 1 or 2 seasons to maybe hold a full-time housewife role. Also, Charisse's role on the show, I'm always on the fence with Charisse. She's been there from day one. She's kind of the anchor version of Potomac, almost like Cynthia Bailey, but more messy, I believe. Keep her on, let her be an official friend of, but I think we can give a lot more people a full-time role on Potomac, and definitely keep Wendy, definitely keep Candace, And I think there's a new addition to the show. I'm not quite sure what her name is. I forgot, but yeah. That's all I'm at with RHOP. Oh, let me tell you, I am so upset. I am so impatient because the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City trailer that was supposed to air 8 or 7 days ago still has not been dropped. I am furious. I love Salt Lake City as well. I think it's a great franchise. It's very chaotic and unhinged. And I think Lisa Barlow and the combo of Lisa Barlow, Meredith Marks, Mary Cosby is definitely going to rearrange the chemistry in my brain next season. And I feel like season 4 is going to eat. They are definitely going to eat. And if they incorporate Jen in some way, I read a tweet 2 days ago that said, imagine if the end of the trailer just stops with, this incoming call is from cellmate Jen Shaw. Would you like to respond, or would you like to, get on this call? I feel that would be so iconic if they did get Jen to, film a couple of audio scenes even for the show. That would be just so iconic. Let me grab a little water because I am thirsty. Anyways, also I am also a little excited for our girls from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Sadly, they are not coming on our screens until November. I mean, I get it because we do have Atlanta with 16 episodes and then 3 reunion episodes. So it was 20 weeks of Atlanta with the mid-season break. Then that's gonna end in like 7-ish weeks or 6. Then we'll have Salt Lake City in a month. In less than a month, it's gonna be in 4 weeks. And then we have Potomac supposedly returning in October. So I think they're doing a little month-by-month thing. But yeah, you guys, I need to go ahead and produce some more content for y'all. I am probably gonna be focusing on the RHOA of it all for the next couple of videos, and this Bravo lawsuit that is with Bethany and the rest of the network. So if you have any wishes, please let me know. I officially arrived at home safely. Thank you to the universe, thank you to the powers above, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will hear you guys, or see you guys, or read your comments on the next video of, what am I going to call this series? Bravo Rants on the Road, or something like that. Thanks for watching. Bye.